Hey, my lovelies. Welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the Daily Vibration. So if you are new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. If you're tuning in via my podcast, Instagram, YouTube, or even Facebook, I want to thank you guys for taking the time out to tap into the Daily Vibe. So welcome. Happy Thursday to you, right? So today is Thursday, January 7th, 2021, and we are vibrating, my loves, on the number 4. So keep it in mind, my loves, that vibrates on the number 9 and Thursday's. So you got that expansive energy in the atmosphere. I also want you to know Jupiter is not just expanding positive things, okay? So wherever you are on the energetical level, it's going to expand that, all right? So be mindful of that as you're moving throughout your day. Now, the moon enters Scorpio around 3:54 a.m. this morning, so you can find a lot of intense energy and a lot of wanting to dig deeply, right, into things today. So you got to be mindful of that energy too, right? So let's start off talking about the number 4 and what you may need to know as we are moving throughout this energy, okay? I do feel a lag in this video, so what I want to say is if my, because there's some type of delay, we are coming into retrograde season at the end of the month, okay, and I do, just so you know, I do sometimes affect energy, right, or like the, yeah. So my charge is probably a little high because I have a lag in my computer, so please excuse if my words are not linking up with my lips as you were watching the video, okay? But you should be fine if you are listening via the podcast. You should not have any problems there. All right. So number 4 today is what the actual date is vibrating at, right? So January 7th, 2021 is vibrating at the number 4, right? The actual date, Thursday, is vibrating on the number 9. So we are going to tap into the date first, right? So some things you need to know as you are moving throughout the energetic pattern of the number 4 on one polarity, and we're just going to say the positive polarity, right? You do have intuitive energy in the atmosphere, right? And we talk about your intuitive energy all of the time because your intuition is linked to your opportunities and your possibilities. So you need to be mindful and be aware of that, okay? Not to mention the number 4 on the positive polarity is also vibrating on you being able to manage your time today. That's going to be important for some of you today. Time management as well as dependable. So if you need someone that you need to depend on today, please do not choose someone you know you can't depend on and then get mad at them for being who they are, right? So be mindful of that today. If you need someone you can trust and depend on today, make sure that you're choosing the right person, okay? Because dependable energy is in the air, so you should be able to find someone, okay? Self-control and self-mastery is going to be key today, all right? A lot of people are emotionally triggered in this energy, so you need to be mindful of that, okay? Putting in the work is going to be key for some of you today. That is definitely may mean checking yourselves, reinforcing your boundaries, and doing what is necessary for you to maintain your spiritual wholeness today, okay? Now, vibrating on the other polarity of the number 4, you can find unreliable energy and unreliable people. You can find lazy energy in the atmosphere today. You can also find clumsy energy, not to mention unfairness, okay? That is also in the atmosphere today with the vibration of the number 4, okay? You also can find, I want to say, lack of trust. So you can find people, not only don't they trust other people, but they don't trust themselves. So you want to be mindful of that energy as you're moving throughout the day also, okay? Now, on to the number 9, okay? Thursday is vibrating on the number 9, and I already explained to you, Thursday is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is all about expansion, right? But Jupiter is not just expanding things in a positive spectrum. So if you are focusing on negative things, Jupiter is also going to expand the negative things in your life, okay? So you want to be mindful of that, right? So vibrating on the polarity of the number 9 and the positive aspect, you can find self-love in the atmosphere today, as well as learning how to say no. And sometimes you have to learn how to say hell no, or hell to the no, okay? So some of you may need to do that today, right? Forgiveness is going to be key today. So as you are reinforcing your boundaries, my love, and stepping out into self-love and learning to say no today, you want to know that not only are you to operate in forgiveness, because forgiveness has nothing to do with somebody getting away with anything. Forgiveness has to do with you being able to get through the work, okay? And for you to get through the other side of the things that you feel you need to overcome, all right? So be mindful that magnetism is in the air today, as well as perfectionism, right? So this is where I say to you, it is within your imperfections that you find your perfection. Okay, so all of your flaws, all of the things that you think are wrong with you, all of those things, you need to take a deeper look at those things, because those things can reveal beautiful things to you about you. Okay, so be mindful of that. All right, on the other polarity of the number 9, you do need to keep in mind, on the negative aspect, you do have self-sabotage and energy in the atmosphere, so you want to watch out for that, as well as feeling lost. People just don't feel like they have a direction today. It could be in the atmosphere. Making unwise choices is also vibrating in the number 9 today on that spectrum, so you want to be mindful about that. All right, negative examples, so be careful, all right, of who you are allowing yourself to be exposed today to. Okay, because you do have a energetic pattern of negative examples in the atmosphere today. Not to mention lack of focus for some of you could be in the atmosphere, so you definitely want to be mindful of who you are giving your attention to, and who do you have in your time spectrum. Like, who are you wasting time with? Who are you donating your time? Is the time that you're investing in someone or something yielding you what you want to experience in your life? Okay, so you need to think about that. All right, so let's talk about the metaphysical numbers and or the metaphysical meaning of these numbers. Right, so first of all, let's know that the metaphysical number 4, okay, or the metaphysical meaning of the number 4 rather, is at the center of the physical. This is all about the doing plane, right? So this is why when I talk about the number 4, I talk about self-mastery or self-alchemy, because there is going to be some required action here. Okay, so on the metaphysical level, what you do need to know about the number 4, this is at the center of the physical aspect of yourself. This is a doing plane, all right? There is a key to ordinance and practicality, okay? So meaning that you are going to have to construct, you're going to have to do, you're going to have to build a foundation. You are going to have to master yourself and take action if you desire to experience things on a different level, okay? That means you're going to have to do the work, okay? So number 4 is all about doing the work. That is the center of the physical plane. That number represents doing, okay? So you want to be mindful of that, all right? Now, I actually love the number 9. I love the number 9. I fucking love the number 9, okay? The number 9 is threefold, y'all. The number 9 represents the aspects of yourself, okay? Where you are represented by the physical aspect, the thinking aspect, and the spiritual aspect. So we're literally talking about your mind, body, and soul coming into one, okay? So 9 is threefold, okay? This represents the end of the action end of the mind. So this is the mind coming into an action place. Like, this is number 9 represents the last step that you're going to take to do something, the last thing that's needed, or the last thing that's done before creation is birth, right? So we're talking about the Holy Trinity with the number 9, the physical aspect, the thinking aspect, and the spiritual aspect, okay? So your mind, body, and soul, okay, comes into play here, all right? So you need to be mindful about that when you're operating within the metaphysical aspect of the number 9. You are operating from the physical plane, the thinking plane, and the spiritual plane all at the same time. This is why if you're tapping into self-love and forgiveness and magnetism, and that you are perfect and whole and complete, and you don't need to look outside of yourself for that, you can really tap into some powerful things today, okay? So that's just a few information and the vibrations and the frequencies that's in the atmosphere today. Remember that we are all collectively, okay, affected by these frequencies and these vibrations, but you get to control your state, your day. You cannot be happy and sad at the same time, so you're going to have to choose which one you're going to be, honey, okay? All right, so let's talk about the 4 elements here, all right? So we're going to take a look at your divine messages today. Now, keeping in mind, all right, you are not just responsible for mastering your zodiac sign. You are also responsible for mastering all 12 aspects of yourself, okay? So we're going to start off with the wonderful earth signs, because we are in Capricorn season, right? So earth energy is going to be Capricorn, Virgos, and Taurus. If you are not a Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Taurus, you're going to apply this energy to the physical realm. The things in your life that you need to take action and movement is needed, okay? Your message today from the Moonology deck is saying it's a time for healing, all right? Nothing will come of this situation, and the energy is gaining momentum, which simply means whatever energy you're putting into the situation, okay, that is what's going to unfold, all right? So you want to go ahead and void out whatever neutralize whatever negative energy that you've been focusing on, right? Because if you don't, whatever the energy that is, it is gaining momentum. All right, it's a time for healing. So release the energy of self-sabotage today and tap into a place of forgiveness, my wonderful Capricorns. Okay, or if this is not your energy that you're interacting with, you need to allow others to release their energy and do the healing that's necessary, and don't be judgmental today. Okay, my wonderful, wonderful earth signs. Okay, tapping on over to the wonderful earth energy, air energy, because we just did earth signs. Air energy is going to be Geminis, Libras, and the wonderful Aquarius. If you are not a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, you're going to apply this message to your thinking, your mental and your spiritual thinking, okay? So what they need you to know today, my wonderful, wonderful air signs, is that meditation and contemplation is going to be key for you today. You will have to think before you act, think before you move, okay? You want to hold your vision. So if it's something that you want to experience and it not look like that on the external, it doesn't matter, right? You can birth that from the internal, right? However, what you do need to know today is you're moving throughout that energies. Communication is key. So you're going to have to speak and ask for what you want, set your boundaries, and then allow yourself to be able to stand in your truth, okay? And that is a message for the wonderful air elements today, okay? Now we're going to do the wonderful water elements, okay? Water elements is going to be Scorpio. It's also going to be Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancers. I don't know why I was going to say Sagittarius, but water energy is going to be Scorpio, Pisces, as well as Cancer, right? Now, if you are not a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer, you're going to apply this element to your emotions, your feelings, okay? This is where this message is going to resonate if you are not a water sign, all right? So my water signs, or if you're tapping into the water element, what you do need to know is your energy is gaining momentum. So you definitely need to check and see what end of the spectrum you're on with your energy. Are you thinking positively, or are you thinking negatively? Because whatever you're doing on that spectrum is gaining momentum, okay? Your dreams need a practical plan. So this is why you want to watch those thoughts and make sure you're not vibrating from the negative aspect of these thoughts, right? And as you give your dream a practical plan, they need to know, or you need to know rather, that confidence is going to be the key to your success today, okay? So you have your energies gaining momentum. Come up with a practical plan, and know that confidence is the key to the success in which you are seeking, okay? That could be spiritual success, mental success, emotional success, financial success, okay? Just be mindful of that, all right? Now, last but not least, my wonderful, wonderful fire element. If you are a fire sign, that is going to be Leo, Sagittarius, as well as Aries. If you are not a fire sign, my love, you can take this energy and it can be applied to an area in your life where you need to take action. This is movement that may be required. This can also be intuitive energy, passionate energy, or lustful energy, just depending on where you are in your situation, honey, okay? So here we go. The message, my love, is pretty simple today. They need you to know that you are good enough. And whatever you're going through is reaching a fiery climax. Emotions may be running high today. So you're going to have to operate in some self-control today, my wonderful fire signs. Don't go burning everything up. Don't explode things today, okay? Remember that you do have lack of trust and unfairness in the atmosphere today, as well as self-sabotage and negative examples popping up. So you need to know, my lovely, lovely fire energies, and if you're tapping into this fire element, you're good enough, okay? Things today may be reaching a fiery climax. This is why you want to tap into self-mastery and know that emotions are running high. So if you find that things are very, very emotional, you may want to step back, take a breather, think before you respond, okay? Think before you react. You want to take action and not react, my love, okay? With that being said, I appreciate each and every one of you. Okay, so we have the moon meditation coming up, y'all. Okay, so the moon meditation is coming up, and it is coming up on, let me give you the dates because I want to make sure that you guys don't miss this. Okay, so we do have the full moon is going to be on the 13th of the full moon is going to be on the 13th of January. So the moon meditation is going to be Monday the 11th at 5 p.m. Okay, I only have 7 slots available, so if you are interested, my love, is going to be for a $25 donation. All right, so you can go ahead and you can submit your donation via my Cash App in the description box below. If you hit me up on Instagram, I can go ahead and send you that information. I only got 7 slots, okay? So you might want to email me or hit me up on Instagram before you submit your money, because donations are non-refundable. You will just have to do the next meditation, okay? Keep it in mind, there are only 7 open slots, all right? I will be posting a flyer, and that meditation is coming up on Monday the 11th. That is going to be the new moon in Capricorn's energy, okay? All right, my loves, I appreciate each and every one of you. Do something kind for yourself. Love yourself. I'm going to see y'all in tomorrow's daily vibration. Listen, the monthlies are up, okay? So if you're a Patreon member, go on over there. You can get the full extended versions. If you are not a Patreon member, you can go on over to YouTube and find all of your monthly Zodiac readings on my YouTube channel, okay? Peace, love, and light to each and every one of you. Remember, out of darkness comes enlightenment, honey. So do that shadow work. Check into yourself. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Bye, my loves.